Hello there. I am Kaos, formerly known as Kaos Nova, and this is another episode of Kaos Tutorials. So today we're going to talk about getting Command and Conquer Tiberian Sun running in this current year of 2026. This should be amazing. So I'm going to go over how to play Tiberian Sun and get it running on your computer today. This is really easy to do if you're a Windows user, but for Mac OS users, fear not, because I have also ways that you can do it as a Mac OS user in this current year of 2026 as well. So first I'm going to go over how PC users can do it. Then I'm going to go over how Mac OS users can do it. And this is a case of last but not least. But Tiberian Sun was an amazing game by Westwood, a subsidiary of Electronic Arts, who developed and had the game published under EA way back in 1999. This game set technical achievements in terms of it being able to handle so many different units acting under their own AI in the game at once way back in 1999. It was something that, while there had been previously Dune and Warcraft games in the real-time strategy genre, Tiberian Sun pushed it even further as a 2.5 or 2.5 dimensional game with units that could cloak, units that could burrow underground, and flight, and different levels of terrain, all in that game. So we're going to have a way of which we can play this game again in the year of 2026. So first I'm going to go through the PC users. So Windows users, here you go. Let's get cracking. So for you as PC users, easy does it. There's two easy ways to get this game playing with your computer today. First one is you can go to the Tiberian Sun installer, which is available online, even with EA Games permission. So there is nothing wrong with this. EA Games gave out the installer to promote further Command and Conquer games. You can get it, it's free, it's legal. EA wants you to buy this game so they can hopefully get you interested in buying other EA games. And back at the time in 2010, they wanted to do it to promote you to buy Tiberian Twilight and maybe Red Alert 3, okay? But here we are at the official website where you can get the Tiberian Sun installer. And it's not just Tiberian Sun. As I'm downloading this, you can also get the other games, other early games. You can get Dune 2000. You can get, as we can see here, you can also get updates or patches to get later operating systems running other games such as Red Alert 2 and the expansion Yuri's Revenge, all here. Now, the Tiberian Sun installer comes with both Tiberian Sun and the expansion known as Firestorm. Download both, easy does it. Now you have Tiberian Sun running on your PC. It's great. The other way, if you're a PC user to play Tiberian Sun, is you can play it off of Steam. Now, Steam is an online video game seller from Valve, and it is a nice way, an easy way to get all the Command and Conquer games from old times. You can buy them all of them on Steam. You can even get Command and Conquer Remastered, which I'll be talking about later, but Steam is an easy way to get the remastered collection running too. So as we're going to go forward, here you are, you have Steam, you have the free installer for your machine to install it and run it that way. Or you can use Steam and have it as another game in your library. That works too. So there you are, PC users, you have it going. You are now running an old classic once more in the new year of 2026. Congratulations. Now for Mac users, you are last, but you're definitely not least. I'm going to show you how this works. Alright, for those of you who are Mac users, guess what? There's two big ways you can do this. They both involve emulating Windows. So you can play Tiberian Sun by emulating Windows using Coverier's Crossover or the porting kit. Now, I'm going to show you how this works for both methods, so you'll get a little time for each of these two methods. So without too much further ado, we're going to get started. Alright, so here we are with Coverage Crossover. It's an emulator. It emulates Windows on Mac. So here we can just look up Tiberian Sun. There's already a preset for Tiberian Sun, and it works just like this. You just need to find the free installer, which you should have downloaded from the website for Tiberian Sun, the free installer. So that works for both the PC users and the Mac users. Only we use the emulator provided by Coverage Crossover to download and install Tiberian Sun into your bottle with Coverage Crossover. So here you go, we're doing it. It's Windows 10 install using that installer. So that's one of the good things here, is that now, unlike previously, Tiberian Sun is a freely downloaded preset installation that works. So we should have the menu for the installer showing up any second now. There it is. So, you know, just go yes, install to those folders. You don't need the icons, and the other ones are very much required. The movies and the full campaigns are required for this installation. So you're going to install this. It will have both Tiberian Sun and the expansion of Tiberian Sun known as Firestorm. All of it in this single installation. I'm going to go skip ahead towards the end and just show you how it works as it starts up really quickly, okay? So I'm going to stop right here and skip ahead towards the end. Alright, this is how it ends. So you have at the end, you don't need theme packs. Don't worry about that. So finish it up, and that should be good. Alright? And then you can just start playing Tiberian Sun. Alright, so this is it. Go to Tiberian Sun game. You also do launcher. Launcher just means you get to take a look at the settings of the game, which is fine. By the way, it's very much fine. You use single player. But here it is. This is the installation screen because you have first installed the game, so it's setting up the game. It's how most of the Command & Conquer games work, because there's this initial installer screen. If you freshly installed the game and you're playing for the first time, this is what you'll see. So it gives you a brief little introduction, and it gives you rather a update on what has happened as part of the story of Command & Conquer going up to Tiberian Sun. The whole Command & Conquer thing might be hard to make sense about, but it's part of an alternate timeline that was started by a time travel that created World War II, where World War II did not happen in the Command & Conquer Tiberium universe. They traveled back in time and killed Hitler before he could come to power, so instead it became a war of Soviets versus Allied powers. Here we are, we're at the startup, and now we're going to start playing. As a little demonstration, we're going to go play the GDI campaign as a little demonstration that it's working. But the best thing about this game is that it works, and there is a preset for it, so you can just go play the game from the preset. It's excellent. So convenient. So this is a little intro before you play the first mission. But now, as we're going to go and see how you do it with Porting Kit, which is a similar concept to Coverage Crossover. Only some games on Porting Kit may work that do not work in Coverage Crossover. You don't have the same setup, but I'm going to show you how that works with Porting Kit. Thanks to Paul the Tall. He has done a great job with developing Porting Kit over the years, so we're going to go take a stop and go check out Porting Kit. You can see the gameplay footage later as I'm finishing this up. I just want to jump ahead. So here we are. This is Porting Kit. It, just like Coverage Crossover, it emulates a virtual Windows operating system inside your Mac. So you're playing in an emulator. This is a little different, but you have to do a login to connect your Steam and your GOG.com library. With newer versions of Porting Kit, you can simply have it logged in to your GOG.com, and it will download it right from GOG.com for you and do the installation for you without you doing a separate download. And in this case, we're going to go to Tiberian Sun, and Tiberian Sun will be downloaded from the free installer they already have on the internet, without me having to find the download in my downloads folder. As you can see, it's already on the screen. Look to the left, a little bit above halfway up, and that is Tiberian Sun. Now, we're getting started with it. It's very much automatic and just so much easier to use with newer versions of porting kit. So if you ever get the chance to, thank Paul Natal. He does a great job with running this porting software. There we are. Now we're going to hit install. So here we are, install. This automatically has the installer from EA Games website, where they have their own free installer from EA, so it's going to install it all for you. This thing is that for Tiberian Sun, this emulated Windows works just fine, even if you have an old MacBook, like I'm showing this footage here, is an old 2020 MacBook that still runs on Intel. It still has an Intel processing unit. So it works even better with more processing power on the new Apple Silicon Macs, but this is just a demonstration here about even old machines can run this particular program. Some with both Covios crossover and with porting kit, some apps are only made to work with Intel, not with Intel. They're only made to work with Apple Silicon. So you'll see a notice that it only works with Apple Silicon, such as for, say, Fallout in porting kit or Fallout in Covios crossover. Now there's a Community Edition, which is an open source launcher that lets your purchased Fallout game work, for the old Fallout games work on your newer system. I'm going to make a new instruction video of this because my old video instructing on how to use the Community Editions of Fallout lost the audio. The audio is just garbled right at this point. So I'm going to get a new video instructing you how to run Fallout on the Community Edition. It's that disappointing. Here it is. It does the pre-configuration, and then it will go into the installer for the game. Alright, here we are. This is now the official installer for Tiberian Sun. All the little dependencies have been installed with the porting kit, so now we just choose it. We don't need desktop icons. We don't need quick launch. We just need the campaign files, the game files, and if you want multiplayer support, fine, but the icons are optional. Very much completely optional. Now here, it's a little odd because now we need to get the installer to the front. Here we are. We have to minimize it for a second, then maximize it again. Now we see the installer progress. I'm going to skip near close to the end and just show you some demo footage and talk to you about upcoming projects from Kaos Tutorials right now. Yeah, the porting kit version works great as well. We're going to go skip ahead. So here we are. We're going to go look at the footage for Tiberian Sun, and we're also going to go take a look at upcoming projects. I'm going to tease you some of my upcoming projects we're going to do. We need to install Steam for these upcoming ones, but I'm going to show you how to get Assassin's Creed working in the current year. It's going to be great. So Assassin's Creed. I also plan on getting to show you how to run a number of other games. And other than that, let's just sit back and enjoy the glory of Tiberian Sun. Alright, here we are at the end of this tutorials episode. So I hope you enjoy future tutorials coming. I already have some previous ones that may interest you. I have the guide to Steam, which is useful for other games, so take a look at this. I'll have a link to it in the description. My guide for Steam and Coders Crossover 26. It also has some interesting fixes, such as for specific games how to handle the dependencies. So it is more about just getting Steam installed.
Construction options.
It also has some tricks for getting other games running, okay, and even mouse cursor fixes as well, because you might have this thing where your system cursor or your mouse pointer for Mac OS shows up. So by all means, check out this guide for Steam that I have, because it shows a fix for that as well. Otherwise, thank you for stopping by this episode of Kaos Tutorials, and be safe out there, because I will be signing off.